What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Double Double, a culture podcast, and whatever I want to talk about. So, I am here just trying to talk about a topic just because I know a lot about something doesn't mean everybody else knows about this thing. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about just sharing the things that you know with the world, whether it's through TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, or just even better, just going to somebody and at like a coffee shop or at the bus station or train station, just meeting random people and getting to know them. That's like a pretty cool thing and pretty rare thing to do nowadays, unless you live in the city or actively go out to these clubs and communities, which is highly recommended. Those third spaces and the gym, like, okay, yeah, if you want to talk to them and they're interested in talking, then that's cool. If they don't, then and you can move on. But yeah, so just yeah, like I know a bunch of things about like cooking, you know, not everybody knows what kind of knives or what to like stay away from or what cutting boards to use or how to season your things. Like what makes a good chef's knife? What is the right knife? A knife that's good for me might not be the right knife for you. If I have bigger hands and you have smaller hands, I can recommend a knife with the type of food or like cuisine you're preparing. So, yeah, it really does take like trial and error, but you don't want to spend so much money on this specific thing and you end up not liking it. So sometimes you might not even like cooking. Sometimes you just might like eating and you could spend your money elsewhere rather than buying all this equipment. Or if you're actually interested in learning, you could spend more time and spend more money on resources within your hobby, but definitely trickle in before you spend an exorbitant amount of money on knives and cutting boards. So I definitely find used. Used is always good. You can get a really good knife from a chef friend. Just talk to people. Always just talk to people. If they know a friend who has too many knives and then you get rid of them, you can test them out and potentially add one to your collection. Get it professionally sharpened, and it's better than any brand new knife from like Walmart. So always, if you're trying to get into a hobby, go on like Facebook Marketplace or eBay or some secondhand thing and find the thing that you want and start with there first because you're gonna save a lot more money and not potentially spend thousands of dollars on something that you don't like. But yeah, for cooking, like definitely you can get a really good knife for like $7. The Kiwi knives are great. Get them at like an Asian grocery store, under $10, under $20. They're great. But if you, they're great as a starter knife, but for like long haul, um, let's say multiple hours of cooking per day, it might hurt your hand. So you're definitely gonna have to test out knives or whatever you're doing, paintbrushes if you're into art, colored pencils, or even computers, or pens if you're into writing, or I don't know, different tools for different hobbies. But find somebody's in it and talk to them and try and get some gear from them. Or coffee. Coffee's huge. There's so many like little niche things that you can improve on for a better cup, whether it's the beans that you like, or the equipment, or even the water. Everything. I mean, it's a water-based beverage, so all the filtration and everything that goes into it is gonna impact it in the long run, in the big picture. But yeah, so for like cooking, knowing the knives, knowing the cutting boards, getting the bigger one that can fit your table, it'll make things a lot easier because you have more surface area to practice on. And because when I see a lot of early cooks, they're using like these super cheap plastic IKEA cutting boards, and they're so tiny. It's like you can barely even cut a tomato on there. Or they're using a cutting board that is just, yeah, it's just not good. But if you ask somebody who's in heavily invested in that industry, you can definitely learn a lot from them. So you can learn a lot from everybody and anybody, any age, any like tier that they're in, whether they're a beginner, a novice, or like experienced prosumer or like professional in whatever realm. You can learn from anybody, so definitely keep your ears open. And yeah, also like equipment from like pots and pans that will change. Like if you are not interested in those coatings, you can get, or the chemical coatings like Teflon and all these other um, non-stick coatings. If you're more environmentally conscious or conscious about your health, you can get cast iron or a stainless steel, carbon steel. There's many different options. Like bronze, very expensive, but, or no, not bronze, copper. But yeah, there are many different types of like pots and pans you can choose from, and different price points. And not everything is going to be super expensive. You can get really good cast iron for $20, and shop out for vintage cast iron at like yard sales. You just restore it for $5-10 with some oil and give it a good clean. And yeah, there's so many good things out there that you can save your money on for good equipment. But you're definitely, yeah, just because I know about all this cast iron stuff, how to take care of cast iron, doesn't mean that everybody else knows the same information as me. So that's the whole point of sharing what you know with the world, and getting the information out there. And it's a lot more cool than just searching it up on an AI. It's cool just hearing how it affects other things, because those AI things are just pretty generic. It's cool, but like, yeah, for like a quick overview. But if you really want to get into it, definitely find somebody who's an expert or very knowledgeable about that particular niche hobby that you're trying to get into. And for clothing, that's another big one. There's a lot of great channels on YouTube on like quality of clothing, price points. You can find really good quality for cheap, whether it's secondhand or just finding, yeah, really diving into the niche, and just buy nice or buy twice mentality of, okay, I'll spend a little bit more money on this shirt because I know I'm going to really enjoy it and wear it every day, rather than just diving into the fast fashion of, okay, I can buy this shirt, wear it once, it'll look really cool, but over time it will just, there's going to be a hole in it and it'll just rip, and I just won't enjoy wearing it after that first use. So I definitely had that trial and error of good quality versus cool clothes that just don't last long. And it's always been trending towards, okay, I'll buy one really good shirt and then I'll use that for a couple years and really, really enjoy it, even though it was a little bit more expensive. But when you do the math, it's like, okay, I'm wearing this shirt once a day. Just an example, because we'll do laundry. But if I'm wearing the shirt once a day, I'm getting $365 worth of value, and I pay $70 worth for this shirt, for example. But if I pay $20 for this super cheap, very fast fashion, but it looks awesome, and I pay $20 for it, wear it once, then it's actually more expensive when you do the math, because, you know, I wore it once and I won't wear it again. That's a $20 use of a shirt, rather than the shirt that I bought for $70 and use it for years after years. So it's cheaper for you to buy the good one. So quality does matter, and just you enjoying it in general. If you enjoy that cheap shirt and you use it over time, like, okay, good for you. But if you really like that really nice one and you use it every day and just enjoy and really makes you feel good, then go ahead, go for that one. And then shoes, anything that you can think of, there is somebody that knows a lot about it, whether that's like, you like a specific brand, specific performance for like running shoes. You feel like these really super chunky soles from like a Hoka versus a super slim and like fast Nike shoe. There is everything. There's a huge niche, and yeah, it's really interesting. But what works for me might not work for you. So just try different things, test things, find people who are similar to you, who are using the same equipment or gear, or your use case. Like if you're a daily runner who weighs on the upper echelon of weight, then you're probably gonna have to find shoes that will work for you, who are like the people who are your size, who actually use those shoes, rather than trying to buy the Alpha Flies or something that Kipchoge is wearing. You know, it's like, okay, that guy does not look like me, and I probably will just wear out the shoes faster because I'm a heavier person, I'm a bigger person, and that elite runner is trying to shave off the like milliseconds to get a world record time, and I'm just trying to lose weight, you know. So yeah, it's what's marketed to you and what's shown on your feed might not be the perfect shoe for you. So definitely venture out into those communities of like, okay, I'm a bigger dude, these shoes work for me, whether it's like a Brooks or a Hoka or a Kip Ride. I think I've been using the Kip Run. I've been using those for a while, and awesome shoes. You know, I'm bigger dude, and it's definitely protecting my feet, protecting my knees, enjoying the run. But you won't really know that unless you venture out and see what's around, you know. So and another big niche is like backpacking, like traditional backpacks versus like ultralight backpacks. This is really an interesting philosophy. If you like having all your stuff and you're fine hauling that all over the mountain, that extra gear, that extra pounds or kgs, extra grams, just all of that extra weight. If you're okay with that and you like your little luxuries, okay, then the traditional backpacking might be for you. And if you're in the ultralight, you're gonna be more crafty. Like, okay, my hiking pole is gonna be my tent stand, and I'm just gonna use a tarp. And you're gonna use trash bags and keep things super light because you want that speed, you want that agility, and just to save on that weight and just that minimalism of being free on the trail without having all that extra gear, and just bring everything that is just necessary for like the bare essentials for your trip. So there's two different philosophies, and you just have to definitely explore those areas, just talking to people. And most people have similar gear. These like ultralight packs, they all pretty much look the same. They just have a big like empty center with a couple pockets up front, and the roll top, and you can add stuff. So, and yeah, it's yeah, just because you know something, a lot about something, that other person probably does not know. But if you share that information, you can definitely bridge that gap and bring that person into your community, whether it's cooking, backpacking, running shoes, clothing. Yeah, there's so much to share out there. So with all this information being commoditized, like, yeah, you can look anything up on AI, but you can have a high level overview of those topics very quickly. But so yeah, back then the information was valued, and it was sought after, and it was rewarded, which resulted in like higher pay. You know, it's like, okay, this person did not know, or this company doesn't really know about this specific thing, whether it's to build a website or create software. So that's why these software engineers were just getting paid a lot of money. But and there was a lot of businesses that were trying to poach these talented people. It was almost like professional athletes. Like, hey, we want this person because he's very good at this, so we're gonna keep. They have access to this thing that we don't know, and they could be beneficial to our company. Like this athlete could be a probably not, let's say he's not the best athlete, but he's a great leader. So we're going to put him in our team just so we can create that leadership and that team dynamic. So there are different skills that you can create and hold for that can be valued. But so, like, yeah, with AI and everything, information you can just look up really easily. So what will be valued in the future? I think just people skills and talking to people and good leadership and creativity and competence. So just the whole person being there, being fully invested, and people being really nice and working well with others. That's probably going to be the biggest, hottest thing that you can do in the future, because everything is you can just search it up. So yeah, and I see in the future as 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 time goes on, companies are starting to realize, like, hey, yeah, we can't replace everything with AI. We're gonna have to have some competent, really cool people, some really nice people who we're gonna have to stay in the company to keep this machine, to keep the plane running. So the skills that are gonna be more valuable than ever are just people skills. So you can probably search up some course or have AI create a course for you on how to become more sociable, but you're really just gonna have to get out there, go to these events, meet people, hang out, join your clubs, and yeah, I mean, anything really. Join a choir, join a sport, join a band. So yeah, the whole point of this was just trying to just share things of something that I know about and just sharing it with others. Just because you know a lot about something, doesn't mean everybody else knows about it. So share it, make a newsletter, make a Substack, make a Twitter page or Instagram page that shares this information, and yeah, you'll find somebody. And also just be really nice doing it, because that's the skill that's gonna be the best. So I think that's all for right now. If you really enjoyed this podcast for Double Double, we can subscribe. We're on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, whatever you can dream of, it's on there. So if you liked it, I don't know, share it or not. Okay, I'll see you on the next episode.